A mum's accommodation dilemma for the Rugby World Cup is next on One News. Hear how she booked well ahead so her dad could meet his grandson, only to strike trouble. Also, it's cutting-edge treatment. See how a man's got his second wind with the new way of doing organ transplants. And they're going potty again. All the action from the world premiere of The Boy Wizard's final act. Then at 7, hacking phones and bribing police, an isolated case or industry standard. Close Up finds out how far our own tabloids would go to get a story.
Welcome back. A cautionary story now from a Wellington woman who thought she was doing the right thing by booking Rugby World Cup accommodation a year in advance. But weeks out from kick-off, she's been left seeking a place to stay after a series of setbacks. This from Daniel Faitawa.
Emma Stevenson thought she was ahead of the game. She paid for 2 nights accommodation last year so her British-based dad could see the Rugby World Cup and meet his grandson Leo for the first time. Now she's playing catch-up.
And how much would that be? OK. That's actually 3 times the price that I've paid.
Not 1 but 3 Auckland hotels cancelling each booking with a full refund. And now the room rates have almost tripled.
It was booked through kind of booking agent websites. So I spoke to each of the hotels and they said, oh, it's been a mistake, it's been double booked.
In November, she says she paid a $33 booking fee at the Garden Inn Hotel. 3 days later, the hotel emailed to cancel, saying it was overbooked, blaming the online booking agency. Emma Stevenson then paid $110 for a room at the Airport Manor Inn. 3 weeks later, cancelled again because of overbooking, the hotel pointing the finger at a trainee.
If they're an agent acting for and on behalf of the hotel or motel or holiday park or whatever, then they are required to honour that.
She then paid a $79 deposit at the Airport Kiwi Hotel in December. It went into liquidation and she got her money back in May. But the new owners now want a higher rate for a new room.
Be fair to people, you know, we've got so many people coming over from overseas and we want to give people a good impression of New Zealand.
She certainly isn't impressed that her father still has no place to stay. Daniel Faitau, One News.
There's been a happy ending to an item on last night's One News. Since our story about a Wellington woman's Rugby World Cup woes, offers of help have been flooding in. Simon Bradwell reports.
Little Leo might not be happy, but his mum Emma is.
It's really nice to know there are a lot of Kiwis out there who aren't just in it for the money and genuinely want to help out.
Emma Stevenson was grisly herself yesterday after her dad's World Cup plans were thrown into chaos. 3 times she booked and paid for hotel rooms in Auckland so her British-based father could come to the World Cup and see his grandson for the first time. And 3 times, hotels refunded her money and cancelled her booking. That prompted a flurry of offers from One News viewers.
I was really cross because we want people to come to New Zealand and stay in New Zealand rather than maybe staying in Australia.
So Anne Kropp says Emma Stevenson's dad can rent her self-contained flat.
I spoke to my dad this morning and he's absolutely thrilled that he's going to get some good accommodation at a reasonable price now. So a big thank you to everybody.
We wanted to interview management at the 3 hotels who cancelled Emma's booking. None of them would appear on camera but blamed a range of administrative issues for the confusion. One's gone into liquidation and the new owners want more money for the room, while the other 2 said they were overbooked. But even their association says that's not a fair go.
I think that the accommodator has to provide her the room at the price that they originally contracted for.
Emma Stevenson's hoping she's now kissed her World Cup woes goodbye. Simon Bradwell, One News.